You know how everybody thinks that when you smoke marijuana, you become this creative artist? You're pretty much David Bowie, and David Bowie becomes the guy in the box factory saying, I heard that. Well, there is some truth to that. However, in general, Geordie's ruins everything, even though that guy's got a new thing. I'm taking his name then, alright? He's not the boss of me! You're the boss of me because you're going to come see my live show. Tickets below. I don't know where I'm going anymore. I think it's just regional New South Wales and Victoria at this point. The Drake States. So, come see me there. Okay? And we will also be talking about why that's not necessarily true. But there is one thing that is true about it, which is that, yeah, okay, look, marijuana, if you have it in very small doses, apparently it does make you feel like a little bit like, ooh, whoa. Didn't think about it like that before. But you know what else does that as well? Like coffee, trucker pep pills. I don't know what they have. I can't remember what that is. Tic Tacs? Is that the thing they have? They have one of those. Pepsi does that as well. It's pretty much just any stimulant slash drug kind of just alters the way that you're looking at everything and just goes, just jolts you out of it. But you know what else does that as well? Just walking around in a circle. Is that incredible? I think it is. So I'm sticking by my own personal thoughts and not checking the comments because they'll be mean to me. But it's like just, walking around in a circle and then twisting around the circle and then doing what the Beatles suggested, which is twist and shout. You will be more creative. Yeah. So it's not necessarily just the weed that does it. In fact, in the long term, weed is very bad for you. Well, the first thing is that I think it just makes you dumber. But the other thing is, the reason that you think weed makes you more creative is because when you are on weed, you think you're more creative. It's the same as just when you're drunk and you're just like, hey there, groovy baby. I'm Uma Thurman. Yeah, well, you're not that young anymore, Toots. Come on. That's it. You just start getting Dutch courage, and so you think that you're more of a dynamo with the ladies than you are. And, women, their version of that is that they think that they're, like, as good as singers as Dua Lipa or some shit while they're just singing along with it. Please stop doing that. That is the bane of my existence. I tell you right now, that is opposite ASMR to me. A bunch of drunk chicks in a club singing like, that's tips, but anyway, I digress. Look, when it comes to the weed, is that how you can say it? When you have the weed, it pretty much just like lowers your inhibitions. That's it. So the ideas that you are having, you're just like, it's genius. You ever noticed that before? Like, dude, did you ever watch Super Bad? And when you came out and you were 18, this is very specific to my reality, so I'm not sure if it's going to be the same with you. If you're exactly my age and in my friend group, hey Luke, if you're watching. But yeah, I remember just smoking it, the weed that is, and then I was watching, and then I was like, oh my god, this is the funniest thing of all time. It's like the main character's a nerd. Oh, he's going to have the best career ever. This is so realistic. And then I went back and watched it like 2 years later, and I wasn't high, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, this is just like Austin Powers 2, which now there's going to be a bunch of people being like, oh, Austin Powers 2 is the best film of all time, better than Citizen Kane. Well, of course it's better than Citizen Kane, because Citizen Kane is trash. Oh, killing 3 sacred cows in 3 sentences. Come at me, internet. But, yeah. You think things are a lot better than they are on weed, which is like, I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? When you are sitting in a room, you just smoke that and then you're just like, oh, I know something that has never been done before with weed, Bob Marley. Oh yeah, it's deep, it's very deep. Just anything becomes better. I really, doesn't sound like I'm doing an anti-drug service at all at the moment, does it? Anything just gets better when you're on weed. Going through a divorce because of the weed. Smoke more weed, then you don't care about the divorce. But as such, the ideas that you have, you kind of just go with. Did you know that you can produce the same thing sober and save yourself $350 an ounce or however much it is? Hey, was I getting ripped off or not back in the day? Is that good or not? Even though we couldn't really afford an ounce. I think we used to buy it in 50s, but I think that's what it worked out to be if you got like the two for deal. I love how weed dealers do kind of have the same things as KFC, just being like, "You want the family packet? What's that? 6 ounces, cut." Um, yeah. So let's just move back from there, and let's just talk about the fact that you can have those same ideas while you're sober. In fact, you will have better ideas. That's the scary part about it. You will have better ideas if you're sober and you just jump up and down within your room, like everything. I'm telling you, most problems in life, if any one thing that self-help has taught me, it's that most problems in life can be solved by jumping up and down to a song. And hopefully not singing like those goddamn wretches sing at the club. But if you do whatever, if that makes you happier, just don't do it near my ears. And then everybody's happy, aren't they? Especially you, because you've got a bunch of creative ideas. That's cool, isn't it? So yes, that's what happens. It's just lowering inhibitions, which is why I'm always saying that the things that you should be doing when you're writing down ideas, it's just like, this is another cheat code to most of self-help things in life. You have a problem in life, you need something solved, you need to come up with a joke. What do? You aim for 20. You aim for 20 ideas. Bam, just put them down on the paper. What comes up, whatever comes up, you roll with it. You roll with it, and as such, you've got yourself a brilliant genius move. I'm telling you, most of the time when you write down 20 ideas, 18 of them are going to be terrible. But this is the difference. The fact that you are a critical mind enough to at least write those 18, knowing that they're going to be bad, in fact, celebrating the fact that they're going to be bad, just taking that salesman strategy of just being like, every rejection leads you closer to a sale. You do that with your creative ideas, you're going to get so much further than weed, because weed stops you at the first idea. It makes you think that that first crap idea was genius. Yeah? That's how it's done. That is how I do a stand-up show a year, despite writing, how many scripts do I write a year? I don't know. Jesus, like 150 scripts. I'm just a writing machine. I just do it by that. I just keep writing bad idea after bad idea, and then, oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, they're all bad. Yeah, nice, thank you very much. And then eventually, you just get rid of all of the chaff, and then you're just left with the wheat, and you are left with the wheat because you just generate a bunch of ideas. In fact, Steve Martin had something very good about this to say, which was that you, and you might even want to write this down, you are an ideas machine. A lot of your life should be about getting rid of distractions in life. You know how everybody got really butthurt when I was saying that computer games might not be the best use of your time ever? They're like, you can still use it. That is just the response of people that are addicted to something. You'll see this in the weed heads in the comments now, just being like, read this, then I have depression. They're all going to say all of these things, and it's all the same, whether it's TV, and they'll use the same argument of like, weed's better than alcohol, like people did with computer games, being like, weed's better than shooting meth. It's like, yeah, it is. Yes, well done. But it's all of these are coping mechanisms. They're all designed to try and like haze you out of your reality. What is the best way to making your reality awesome? Facing it. The more you face your reality, the more you face your challenges head on, and you try and find solutions to them, the more you advance in life, the more you like your reality, the less you want to stay on drugs. There, I said it. That's what we're trying to do here. So say that you are, I'm just trying to get rid of one of the excuses here that you have for going on the weed. In fact, I've just got to say the same thing in the past. So I've done that, and like, you know, in early shows, I used to do the same thing that George Carlin did, right? Like, you'd write it all, and then you just take one toke, you'd look at it again, and you'd be like, yeah, just tweak that, yeah. Slightly changes the way that you think. But I would do that the same that I would be, working on it after having a Red Bull. Working on it after having a luscious bath of me time. It's just, you want to be in different headspaces when you're hitting it, right? Like, this is not one of these like wonder drugs that you sit there and then you can just write genius code. It doesn't work like that. In fact, over time, it does make you worse. It makes you less creative. In fact, all the weed heads that I know that they're just laughing about things, it's like, yeah, okay, they're personally laughing at it. And the things that they were saying originally were kind of funny and creative. They're not funny and creative anymore. I have well surpassed them. And why? Because I faced my reality. You know how they say, like, very, like, clever twist on it, which is just like, you know, reality is for those that can't handle their drugs. What was the original point? Drugs are for those who can't face reality. It is so true. The other one's not true. It is funny though, and kind of defeats my whole point that it doesn't make you more creative. Anyway, if you like to see things that are definitely based on fact, make sure that you join Jordan Shanks. The reason that you want to be joining Jordan Shanks is because you deserve better in life, and I could get you there. I'm telling you right now, you know how there's all these like fake promises of the world, and I'm always saying that no one else can help you except for yourself, except that is me. I can help you out massively. In fact, it is just a proven track record. I can do it. Sign up to the Jordan Shanks program. You get 2 extra videos a week, depending on how much you spend, if you're a cheapskate or not. And then you get all of these reminders, all of these new insights from all of the self-help books that I'm always reading, and I can just go, bam, think about this, you idiot. And then when you are thinking about that, what happens? You go and you face your challenges in life, your unique challenges. Good for you. I'll see you next time. Make sure you sign up. If you don't, the only person that's losing out is me, because I'm trying to get your money, but also you. All right, I'll see you next time.